Hello everyone and welcome to the Elite Tigers Group Christmas message for 2025. This is the time when we look back on everything that's happened during the last 12 months and review the state of the group. Firstly, as usual, let me thank all of you that are members of this group, which originally started in 2019. And has continued to expand in numbers since that time. Thanks particularly to those of you that have been with us since the very beginning and have watched as our journey has taken many twists and turns over the years. This year has been once again a challenging year for those of us in this market space. There's been a downturn in results for most people on the Warrior Plus platform and on the other platforms that are associated with our space like JVZoo and ClickBank. And we've seen over the past 12 months several significant partners leave the Warrior Plus space completely and either drop out of affiliate marketing or launch their products on other platforms. There's been a noticeable trend this year that quite a few people have switched from Warrior Plus to JVZoo, for example, for their launches, and to a lesser extent to other platforms like Pay Kickstart, which we don't currently use. In the short term, we don't have any plans to leave Warrior Plus ourselves, but we're always monitoring these sorts of situations for how things develop, and there's no doubt that, as I said, it has been a challenging year. Although there has been, as well as departures, there's been the return of a couple of significant partners over the last year. John O. Armstrong has made a welcome return to the space and has come out with some good products, and Tom E. has been back with a bang and has released quite a few significant products over the past 6 months. So it's good to see him back, and it just goes to show the cyclical nature of our industry in a way that people do. Obviously, there are people that stay for the long haul, but there are also people that go away and never come back, and there are people that just take a break and maybe go off in a different direction with their business or with their own personal lives and then come back later on, as we've seen there. From our own point of view in the group, as I said, it has been a difficult year, and we've struggled to even match our relatively poor results from last year, and we are likely to end the year again in a worse position than we did at the end of 2024. One improvement, though, has been our affiliate sales of other people's products, which have increased this year. In fact, more than double the figure that we achieved last year. So that has been one positive. And I have to say at this stage, I'm not putting an affiliate link in or anything like that, but that has been partly due to the great success that I've personally been able to have from Mark Bishop's Blocks 2.0 product, which has significantly improved the affiliate sales that we've had this year. In terms of our members, again, very few people have made significant breakthroughs this year, but there are a couple of name checks to give. One is one of my Academy members, Charles Draven, who's made some good progress during 2025. And has been seen on several leaderboards, as well as having a successful product launch with me. So well done to Charles. You're definitely moving in the right direction, and 2026 has got the potential to be a very good year for you. And one of our longer term members, Zoran Simovic, has also had a good year and has been increasing his affiliate results over the year across several platforms and with different marketers. So well done to Zoran. He's won a few of our competition prizes as well. So it's been a good year for him. But sadly, as has been the case for several years now, most of our members continue not to be prepared to put in the hard yards and the effort that they need to really get good long-term results. Unfortunately, too many people in this industry continue to look for quick fixes and for results that don't require any effort. Now, obviously, we do produce done-for-you solutions. We produce passive income products, and we will continue to do that because it's what the market wants. But these sorts of products are only going to give you short-term results, and they're only going to give you relatively minor financial rewards, because obviously everyone wants these types of products and the returns from them are relatively small. So if you want to achieve a long-term sustainable business, then you are going to have to work hard for it. And as we see time and time again, the vast majority of people are not prepared to put in the efforts. Just as an example, I can't remember hearing of anybody this year. Apologies if there are some of you out there that just sort of, it hasn't come under my radar, but I haven't heard any of you that have been able to quit your full-time jobs and go into marketing full-time this year, that have got your earnings up to a significant level, that, like me, you can derive your earnings entirely from this field. And again, that's obviously a sign that people have not been doing what I had to do, and what people like John O. Armstrong and all of the people that have broken through over the years, John Thornhill before him, initially did, which was to work really hard for 2 or 3 years to get to a stage where you can fire your boss effectively and become a full-time internet marketer. That's what we should all be striving to do. But again, there have been no new examples that I'm aware of people being able to achieve that this year. And obviously that's disappointing, because we teach strategies that enable you to work smarter, not harder, to get rid of your day job, so that you can work relatively short hours in most cases to produce an income. And in most cases that is going to involve releasing products on a regular basis. And again, that's something that's been largely absent from members of our group during the last year. So, as I said, this is a Christmas message, and I never want it to be negative, but you will know, those of you that have watched the message over the years, that I never try and sugarcoat anything, and I'll always tell you exactly how the situation is and be transparent. One thing that none of us can escape from is the massive impact that AI has had on our industry over the past 2 years. And obviously that is also one of the reasons that's made things slightly harder, because people can get AI to do things that they would have had to previously do themselves, which in some cases means that certain products are redundant, because products that would have taught people to do certain key tasks are no longer needed, because people can use AI to do those tasks. Things like, writing emails, for example. Well, AI will do all of that for them. And so they don't necessarily need to learn those skills, for example. That's just one of many. But we always, as we know, have to innovate and be able to make changes rapidly in our industry. We've been experimenting with different price points and things like that in the last few months, as you will have seen, and that has produced some results for us. We actually had a product that we released in November that went into our all-time top 10 in terms of sales figures. So that is a sign that, even at this late stage, you can still innovate and you can still come up with things that will achieve, better returns and better results. So we'll be looking to do more of that experimentation into the new year. All I would say to people watching this, firstly, well done for taking some time out of the Christmas proceedings to actually focus on your business enough to watch this video. At least that's a good sign. But do resolve to put in those hard yards, to put in the effort in 2026, and to make it a breakthrough year for you, because no one is going to do it for you. No one is going to give you a completely hands-off product that can earn you 30, 40, 50,000 a year. That is never going to happen. The only way that you're going to achieve incomes of, firstly, 5 figures and then 6 figures in a year, and then hopefully even 7 figures beyond that, is to put in the hard yards. If you're in a full-time job, then say that you're going to spend 3 hours a day minimum every evening for 5 days a week on your business throughout 2026. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to make the breakthrough. For those of you that are already full-time, obviously, you know that you have to keep working flat out, or otherwise, the bills aren't going to be paid and there isn't going to be food on the table. So I don't really need to send this message as much to you. But what I do want to see is more of our members making that breakthrough, because that's why I'm in business, in the same way that my mentors, John Thornhill and John O. Armstrong, taught me, what to do. When I came in as a complete rookie, I didn't have a clue. I just knew that I wanted to get out of my 9-to-5 commute. Well, they gave me the tools and the training to do that. And then I passed those trainings and those messages on to you. But I want to see you emulating me as well. And that's something that I want to see more of. So let's hope that 2026 is going to be a breakout year for some of our members, and that we can, as a group, use the improvements and tweaks that we've made in Q4 of this year to start next year well, and finally start to see an upward trend in our results. And of course, on a wider note, in your personal lives, I wish a very happy Christmas to those of you that are celebrating it. And for all of us, let's hope for a very happy, successful and prosperous 2026. Have a great one, however you're spending the holiday period. Make sure that you do take some downtime. Even I'm going to do that, and come back refreshed and ready for the fight in 2026. It's a difficult situation in the world. We all know that. But that's never going to change. And we know that in our industry, we are largely immune to world events, and that providing we put the efforts in, we will see the results. So let's all resolve to do that, and have a great Christmas and a great 2026.